Peace, family. Donald Trump and his administration has been in office for the last, 10 months? You would think by this time you could see a consistent pattern in behavior, that you could see what type of plan, strategy that Donald Trump is implementing. But the fact of the matter is you can't. And why is that? Because the inconsistent messaging coming out of this administration. The left hand don't know what the right hand is doing. Different people saying different things all at the same time. Listen to what his Commerce Secretary has to say about Donald Trump and his tariffs. Watch this.
If he just accepted the Biden economic plan and carried on and therefore we're suffering the consequences, no. He implemented a very specific Trump agenda on economics that is the tariff plan. And so the economy that we have now is obviously and clearly a direct result of Donald Trump and his tariffs.
Doug, different members of this administration have said different things, and it's been confusing at times to figure out, well, is it the Trump economy? Is it not the Trump economy? But we'll take Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick for this case example. He claimed that Trump doesn't own the economy until 2026, and that's when the full weight of Trump's tariff policies are going to be felt. Just a couple weeks away from that point. Is he going to regret giving us that deadline?
You know, the short answer to her question is no. Donald Trump is not going to pay no type of cost for any inconsistent messaging coming out of his administration. And why is that? Because everybody who voted for Donald Trump, no matter what his disparities are, his behavior, the way he speaks, the stupidity that come out of his mouth, the aggressiveness, the racism, the bigotry, is all excused. You excuse everything that comes out of this guy's mouth. You said that he was your savior. Then when you backed off of that, then you turn around and say he's the only one that could save us. I'm like, but you know, the fact of the matter is this. Let me put it like this. Donald Trump campaigned on fixing everything on day one. If Donald Trump is claiming that this is not Joe Biden's economy, 10 months into his administration, then why is it on April 2nd did Donald Trump declare Liberation Day based upon the tariffs that he implemented? In 2025, April was his Liberation Day that's supposed to free this country from the inflation that it was suffering from up under Joe Biden's administration. Now, all of a sudden, his Commerce Secretary, Lutnick, saying that it's coming in 2026. If Donald Trump, if this is not Donald Trump's economy, and it's Joe Biden's, will somebody please explain to me why 2 days ago Costco announced a lawsuit against Donald Trump and his administration? Why? Specifically for the tariffs that they've been paying since he got in office. They didn't sue Joe Biden. They didn't sue Kamala Harris. They sued Donald Trump. And why did Costco do that? Because Costco has been absorbing the cost of the tariffs, and they have not passed it on to the customers. And they're sick of this nonsense. And they're suing Donald Trump to get their money back. And as soon as the Supreme Court determine whether these tariffs are legal or not, Costco gonna get a whole bunch of money back. So this, like I said, Donald Trump has absolutely no clue what he's doing. His Commerce Secretary, his Secretary of Defense, or Secretary of War, whatever you want to call it, none of them up there have any clue what they're doing. And it's not until we as a people hold them accountable will they ever pay for what they're doing. And until then, it's going to keep on going. This is absolutely ridiculous.